all governments, because of the very nature of how they're created to govern people, can certainly brutalize them, brutalize the people, but they'll always say it's in their own best interest to brutalize them, to control them. It's in the best interest of the greater number, you know, the greater good for the greater numbers, how they like to explain it. That's because we have a collectivist system in almost every government in the world. The idea is that, yes, it's perfectly okay to brutalize criminals. It's perfectly okay to brutalize those who interfere with the best interests of the majority. That's what governments are for, they think. The problem with that is then you get to the question of, well, what is the proper function of the government? And it can be anything you want to make it if you happen to be the majority, and if you happen to think you're living in a democracy, and if you happen to think that that's a good system to live under, then winner takes all, and you can brutalize the minority because you're in the majority. These are profound questions that need to be analyzed and discussed in school, I think, because the answers are not as simple as you might think. What we would call brutalization of the citizens, the government officials wouldn't call that brutalization at all. They'd be saying it's just protecting the people for their own good.